So hey guys, what's up? You already know it's your favorite cousin, and I'm back with another video. So happy Monday, happy Memorial Day. I hope that you are off work, okay? Because some of us got work, but that's okay. But I hope you are off work. You spending time with positive people, okay? The family, the friends, whomever. People you don't have to, okay? People that don't get under your skin, dealing with these negative people. But I hope and pray that you surround yourself with good, solid people. And that is what today's video is about. Do not, under no circumstance, do not allow people to slow you down, okay? Some of these people come into your life because they see your greatness before you even know it sometimes. Some people know it, some people don't know how good they are, their potential, because of maybe what they're used to, their environment, what they've been told, what they've been brainwashed with all of their lives. You know what I mean? Some people just didn't have people to encourage them and say, you can do it. Or some people didn't even have the self-esteem to encourage themselves and recognize who they were, whose they were, and just step into their potential. But whatever the case may be for you, because it's all different scenarios, all different people. We come from all different backgrounds. But what I want to come on here today and inform you that don't allow, you already got out of your own way, right? You already fought the internal battle, and the battle is never done. But you know enough to know that, the negative speaking or the way you think, or changing your mindset from positive to negative, removing negative people, negative places, negative things out of your life, beating all type of things that were meant to weigh you down, addiction, this, that, whatever the case may be, right? You have already accomplished that. You have already established that. And if you don't recognize it, or you have not fully completed it or came to your full potential, then you're on the road too. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm picking down? Pick it up. Okay. So you've already done that. So you're fighting the internal battle within yourself. Okay. But if you're doing this and you see how difficult it is to rewire your brain and start thinking differently, thinking differently, then why would you do all that work to allow other people to continue their mess in your life, to continue to distract you, disturb your peace, to keep you emotionally unstable, to keep you confused, in confusion, to keep you just everywhere? You can't even think straight because you have this person in your life that's constantly have a problem all the time, to where you can't focus on yourself because you are always focused on them and their needs and what you should do to them, for them, and how do you look towards them. You know what I mean? Don't give these people that much power over you. Anyone that come into your life that wants to place you in a state of confusion is insecure within themselves, meaning they see the potential in you, and they are afraid that if you see your own potential, then they know that they have no place within your life. They know this, and this is why they have to keep you confused. They have to keep you upset. They got to argue about the slightest thing. They have to nitpick. They have to, start a smear campaign. They have to try to, disturb you, try to control you. Like these, and this is just not for relationship, this family too, this friends too, this whomever too. You know what I mean? So just think about it on all different type of scenarios. But yeah, don't allow these people to stop you from your greatness. Don't allow these people to have you so focused on them that you can't focus on yourself. And that is the game plan. The game plan is always to keep you in this mental state to where you can't focus and say, hey, I need to do this for myself. Hey, I want to accomplish these goals. Hey, I want to start this business. Hey, I always wanted to go back to school and get this degree, but it's always, they always try to disturb your peace. Okay, don't allow them to ruin who God is meant for you to be, because they are afraid of your potential and their own, basically. And they know that if you connect the dots then like I said before, they know that they're afraid that they have no place in your life because they come with negativity. They come with problems. And listen, don't get me wrong, we all have our own problems. We all have things, we are human. But I'm talking about the things or the people. Y'all know the difference. Like, the difference between a friend having an issue or a problem, or a friend is complacent and just don't want to do nothing in life. And we be so loyal to these people that we corrupt our own future. We don't even live to our own potential because we're so loyal to someone else. Well, if you are, and listen, it's nothing wrong with being there for people, loving on people, because you will want somebody to do that for you, but it's a difference. You know the difference. You know the difference between hard time, or the difference between a season versus this person been like this 10, 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, this person is complacent, this person is comfortable, and maybe you were once there, but you decided to change your life. So because you stepped up to the plate, that doesn't mean that you're wrong for that. Because you answered the calling, you can't feel bad for that. And and a lot of people will come in after you, once they see that you have, it worked for you, they'll want to change their lives too. But you pray for those people, and those people who want to come along, if they ask you questions, if they want to see how you did something, or, whatever the case may be, because you never stop learning yourself. You learn from people that went before you, and people behind you learn from you. That's just the cycle of life. But I'm talking about those people who just mistake at the same cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle, or people that just don't want to see you do good for whatever reason, but you cannot allow that to stop you. You have to keep going, and you're going to look back on your life years from now, maybe when you get that the degree, or maybe when you're managing, or you have a multi-billion company, or it could be on a smaller scale. You know what I mean? Like, our goals are always so different, and I'm not only talking about the big and the glamorous things. Sometimes having peace is the ultimate goal. Genuinely being happy is the ultimate goal. Loving yourself is the ultimate goal. You know what I mean? I'm not just talking about physical things, because this goes way beyond financial, physical, whatever the case may be. You can't buy peace. You can't buy genuine love. You can't buy genuine happiness. Regardless of what circumstances you are, whether you rich or whether you poor, whatever, your happiness and your sanity is by far more important than all those things. But what I'm saying is this: you cannot allow them to stop you. You cannot allow them to make you feel bad. And it's okay to feel sorry for these people, because we have empathy and we understand, but don't allow that empathy and understanding to take you back to a place where you have fought so hard to get out of. So hard to get out of. Nobody is bigger than what you have going on. Nobody is bigger than the sacrifices you made, because a lot of those times you had to walk this journey with you and God. That's it. When people didn't understand you, when people thought you were being weird, when people thought that you, whatever the case they thought about you. You have to just allow people to think what they're going to think, and you have to step up and answer your calling, and no distractions under any circumstance. No distractions. Because when you down and out, the same people that is coming to distract you, you can't get $1 from. You can't even call and tell them you hungry. You can't even call and vent to these people. But they can always come to you with their problem. They can always come to you to look for you to help them get out of whatever situation they are in. But you can never call them. Think about that. You have to go to God. You have to have faith. You had to learn to be independent. You had to learn to, and like, you didn't have nobody to go to. And I'm not saying, because you know what I mean? Like, no, you, and still, if it's on your heart to help these people, and hey, you supposed to do it anyway. But it's not to the point where they are taking you back to where you fought so hard to come out of. Don't allow that to happen to you. If you had to pray, and I'm going to leave with this. If you had to pray for someone to be removed out of your life, you think that they were good for you? You think that it's smart to go back? You think they changed their ways? And some people, listen, maybe some people have. I'm not, we all can change. But the reality of it is, what percentage of people will do that? Some people miss control. Some people miss how they can manipulate you. Some people miss how they can say that one triggering word and it'll send you up in emotional distress, in a frenzy. You have to learn to control your emotions. You have to learn to continue to rely on God. And you have to learn, can this be in my future? Do I see this in my future, or is it holding me back? And you have to be honest with yourself about these questions. You can't sugarcoat it, because this is your life, your livelihood, your mental state. This is something that is deep dependent on this. So answer these questions and be honest, and do the necessary steps you need to do. And if it's meant to be, God will bring it back into your life, healed, healthy, better. Not with all the stuff that they had before, the stuff that they had going on before. But if it's not, then you learn from it and you move on. And you keep doing that throughout life. Is it easy? No. But every time you do it, you begin to love yourself just a little bit more, to the point where you're going to say, hey, I deserve more, and I'm going to move accordingly. That's all I got. That's all I got for y'all. I love y'all. I'll see you guys next video, and we'll talk later.